So last summer I was praying, and I felt like God was saying to me, Todd, you're coasting. You're playing it safe. You don't have any impossible possibilities in your crosshairs. You're not growing. You're not being challenged right now. And, by the way, you've become unconcerned with the plight of those suffering in poverty in Swaziland. It used to be burning in your soul, but you've kind of got used to it over 10 years and you've become unconcerned. So I spent some time with God, and I felt like God was saying, I want you to do something impossible, which is to gather 4 other churches and get them so on board that they actually end up sponsoring their own care points, and we multiply the hope. And so for a couple of months, I didn't tell anybody because I was kind of afraid of this, of what it was going to require of me. It was too stressful. It was going to demand too much of me. So I didn't tell anybody. Eventually, I put it on the bottom of an elder agenda, kind of hoping they wouldn't see it. And what do you know? They didn't kick me out of the room. They actually said, you know what? We believe God's in this. We think that we should do this. So I had a mandate from the elders. But we kind of got to it late, and so partway into December, we thought, oh my goodness, we ought to be doing this and giving you the opportunity to invest in this. And so we kind of sheepishly said, okay, well, we believe and we do. We believe God wants us to do this, but I'm afraid of what it's going to cost me and how hard it's going to be and how challenging and stretching it's going to be. So we put Hope Multiplied out there. We gave you an opportunity to give. After the first weekend, $2,000 came in. Thought, okay, that's a solid start. That's good, you know. And then the next weekend, I vision casted with everything in my soul. The best I had, I vision casted. And at the end of the weekend, we checked the numbers, and we were at $9,000. And I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe this isn't going to be as hard as I thought, because we're only going to be able to actually engage 2 churches with about $9,000, and so we could probably find 2 churches. This might not be so hard. And then Christmas Eve came, and we had our Christmas Eve services, and then this last week I got back into the office, and I asked our finance department, I said, hey, can you tell me the totals for Hope Multiplied? And they said, we'll email them to you tomorrow. The next day I opened them up, and I went, I have just met my impossible possibility. And I broke out in a sweat, and I thought, oh my goodness, how are we ever going to do this? How are we ever going to do this? Because our $25,000 goal, which was sitting at $9,000, without any further vision casting or anything, the numbers came in, $58,639. I mean, amazing, incredible. I mean, we had to go out and buy 2 more thermometers. I mean, we didn't have enough thermometers to measure this. And now we can connect with 7, 8, 9 different churches, but there's my impossible possibility. We're a nobody. Nobody knows we're here. We don't have connections with all sorts of churches. We don't have networks. I don't know where these churches are going to come from. I feel incredibly stressed, incredibly stretched, and like I'm carrying the weight of this thing. And you know what? It's going to take a miracle for us to pull this off. And that's where God wants you to be.